Hey there, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another review of another Dolph Lundgren film. And this time I get to One in the Chamber. I wish they would use that one bullet to just shoot the fucking film before I had to watch it. And I can't even say like this is a truly monumental piece of shit. It's just a forgettable, absolutely average action film. Maybe even a little bit below average. It's just so painfully dull, like from average to dull and vice versa. Cuba Gooding Jr. is a hitman, but he's a hitman who's got ethics. There's these crime syndicates in Eastern Europe. There's these two rival mafia families. Cuba's hired to snipe someone. He shoots a couple, but he's not able to get the actual target because of a female hostage. The other guys don't like that, so then they hire another hitman, Dolph Lundgren, who sadly is not in the film too much, and these two do not share that much screen time, which is two of the main problems of the film. Meanwhile, Cuba Gooding Jr. will look after this girl from afar. She doesn't notice. The reason Cuba Gooding Jr. is doing this is because when she was a kid, he did a hit on her father. He was wearing a mask. He feels guilty about that, so he's been protecting her without her knowledge for all these years. For a long time. And then of course in the film they meet up. She's like, "Oh, hey, how you doing? Who are you? You're an American? Cool." Then of course by some point in the film she finds out that he was the one who killed her dad. And I don't really buy her forgiving him that, hey, this guy murdered your father. I thought she did that a little bit too fucking quickly and easily. And then the rest of the film, once in a while Dolph Lundgren pops up. I don't mind him. You know, this weird outfit with the Hawaiian shirt and the hat. It's like Dolph is trying to be Kolchak from Kolchak the Night Stalker. Granted, Kolchak didn't wear a Hawaiian shirt, but the hat makes me think of it. Hawaiian shirt makes me think of Magnum P.I. But Dolph is having a little bit of fun. You know, he takes a phone call and you find out he's in the middle of this group of bad guys and he fucks them up and then breaks a guy's fingers. Later on when he goes in for another meeting, a guy goes, "Who are you?" "Who? Fuck you, that's who." And this is after he headbutts the guy. And from time to time he shoots some people. Like one point he shoots a room full of people. And that's where you get the title of the film, because he's looking at his guns. "Oh, I got one in the chamber." And there's an innocent guy there, and he leaves them. And he looks around at the dead bodies and goes, "There's a thing of beauty, no?" And I think he is supposed to be playing a Russian. Yeah, the eccentric Soviet killing machine known as the Wolf. So he has a little bit of the Soviet accent. Dolph, the few times he's in it, he's one of the shining points of the film. The movie itself is, again, the action scenes happen, they're average. They're not the worst action scenes, they're not the best, they're averagely shot. Cuba Gooding Jr., he's one of those guys, I like him as an actor. I always thought it was kind of weird, though, when he went into the direct-to-video action realm. Because he did... I haven't seen most of these, to be honest. He did one called Hardwired. I think he did one called The Hit List. He did one called... I want to say Line Watch. And I think another called Dirty. He's done a couple of these. I think Way of War was one. There's one I remember not minding. It was kind of a horror. Not kind of. It was a horror film called The Devil's Tomb. I remember not minding it, thinking that was okay. And again, I don't mind Cuba Gooding Jr. as an actor, but it's just weird how after he won the Oscar, he did a couple films that didn't do well. Instinct with Anthony Hopkins, Chill Factor, which I actually liked with him and Steve Ulrich, but that was a big bomb. The Fighting Temptations, Rat Race, Boat Trip, Pearl Harbor. Then after doing these, he kind of went to this direct-to-video realm, starting with, I'm not sure what his first one was, but an early one was Endgame, which was supposed to go into theaters. That was a film with him and James Woods, but then that went direct-to-video, and that was a pretty average flick. And it's not that I don't buy Cuba Gooding Jr. as an action star. It seems like he can handle it physically. And I've seen him be a good actor and other stuff. In this one, I felt he was just sleepwalking through the role. Like he was just being very monotone. He's being very quiet and monotone. Whether when he's doing his narration or when he's talking. Because when you talk like this, then you're a serious actor. So I don't know if he's trying too hard to be tough, and I just don't buy it, or maybe he should have been like a little bit more angry, or just be Cuba Gooding Jr. like you've been a good actor and other stuff. Like monotone doesn't suit you. Now maybe if it was a Wesley Snipes, which maybe this is when he was in jail for taxes, I don't know. Or if it was Michael Jai White, or an Idris Elba, or someone else of that nature, I could buy it more. Well, I just said it's not that I don't buy them, so I do. Either if you don't have Cuba Gooding Jr., do you have a little bit more animated of a character to play, at least a little bit more? Or if you don't want to have the dry, monotone, like Wesley Snipes, Idris Elba, like that kind of actor would do that better. Again, just here it just seemed like Cuba was just sleepwalking, being very monotone at time. I didn't care for his performance, to be honest. And I swear, this fucking film has more fucking bad guys on phones than Cuba Gooding Jr. and Dolph Lundgren together. Well, put together. Especially together, because on screen together, not more than 5 minutes. Because there's one point where Dolph kicks Cuba through a window, drops some grenades, and Cuba runs in an explosion. Then there's a little fight, which I don't buy Cuba Gooding Jr. kicking Dolph Lundgren's ass. I'm sorry, I don't buy it. Dolph gets some punches and knees. Cuba Gooding Jr. gets some punches, a roundhouse kick. That, I don't know, might have been a fight double, for all I know. Dolph gets like an MMA move and is punching him, choking him. Then Cuba hits Dolph with a thing, ready to kill him. Decides not to, walks off. And then in the finale, when the girl that Cuba Gooding Jr. is looking after, the woman, I should say, I don't know, she's in her 20s or something. And I'm like, Cuba Gooding Jr. doesn't look that old. Like, this girl who's in her 20s or 30s, when she was a kid, Cuba Gooding Jr. was doing that. Like, again, it didn't seem that old, so I thought that was kind of weird. Like, it's a little girl and then it's a grown woman, but Cuba Gooding Jr. doesn't seem like that old of a person to be in those two spots at the same time, you know what I mean? But whatever. Who knows, maybe Cuba is that old. At least at the time, 2012, when this came out. Maybe he was that old, I don't know. He just looks good for his age. But she's taken, he goes to this club, shoots a couple people, gets shot, someone's ready to kill him, Dolph comes in to do one thing, shoot that guy in the head to save Cuba, since Cuba didn't kill him and spared his life. And then one scene in the end where Dolph gives Cuba a business proposition, You know, why don't we just take the money from them instead of working for them? And Cuba goes, why not? I'll give you a call next time. So, like 3-4 instances, and you combine them, maybe 5 minutes tops, of these two together, which I thought was pretty lame. And again, the fight scene, I don't buy Cuba kicking Dolph's ass. Maybe if it was a longer fight or a little bit better directed, because I don't think the direction was that great in the film. There's at times where the camera, you know, can't fucking, like, get a fucking thing, put the camera on, and hold it. Don't be like, I'm just, like, picture this as the camera, and it's doing this. Getting so fucking tired of that with movies, man. Get something and pan the fucking camera. And smooth motions. And sometimes I can deal with that. It just depends on the movie. It's like anything else. Some movies will bother you more than others. This one, it bothered me more than it would another film. Maybe if the rest of the film was fun or entertaining or fast-paced, I wouldn't give a shit. I'm trying to think what else happens in this film. A lot of bad guys on phones talking to each other. Talked on the phone, talked on the phone, talked on the phone. Might as well call it Google Chamber or fucking look on Google. Ooh, where do I need to call? Okay. Actually, Google Chamber is the wrong thing to say. Should have said like AT&T Chamber, or one of the chambers sponsored by AT&T or whatever the fuck phones they were using. Verizon, the Verizon Chamber. There you go. Might as well call it the Verizon Chamber. If they're looking on the internet all the time like that fucking dumbass character in Bullet to the Head, then it could be called Google Chamber, but yeah, Verizon Chamber, the movie. I don't know what else to say. I've already forgotten this film other than a couple decent parts of Dolph. Like, sad to say, Cuba Gooding Jr., I thought he was... Sometimes it seemed like he didn't even want to fucking be there. Again, he was like phoning it in. Speaking of phones, he phoning it in. It's a phoned-in performance. Or as a friend of mine would say, a texted-in performance. It just... Yeah, a couple decent bits of Dolph shooting people. There's one moment where he shoots people while he's in a bath towel because they're trying to kill him, and he shoots them through the when they're coming through the door. That's really all that happens in the movie. I can't say that the cinematography didn't do anything for me. The music, I don't remember a damn note. The direction, I thought was nothing noteworthy that comes into my brain cells. Not much to say about One in the Chamber. Pull the fucking trigger, please. There's much better direct-to-video Dolph films. I mean, even the... Okay, when Dolph worked with Stone Cold Steve Austin in The Package, I think that was a more entertaining film. Or yes, Skin Trade with him and Tony Jaa. I think that's a much better film. Battle of the Damned, when he worked with robots and zombies, I thought that was a much better film than this. So even like somewhat Dolph direct-to-video films of that time before and after, The Killing Machine with Dolph directed, let alone Command Performance and others, were much better than this. Maybe if Dolph directed it, maybe that would have been better. Maybe a lot of fucking things, like I mentioned throughout this video. But thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later for another Dolph Lundgren movie review. Bye-bye.